What's up, everybody? John from the Foxbody Den, joined with my co-host today, Mr. Carl Roast the Shop Melendez.
Oh shit!
Roast the Shop Melendez, and joining us today on the show is the world famous Mike Jones, better known as Louis. We call him Louis Dents here locally, but on Facebook, better known as Mike Jones.
That's it.
Well, now you know.
You knocking on the desk, Lou? You knocking on the desk?
Nah. That's it.
Mike Jones.
That's funny shit.
That's some funny stuff there. What's going on, Lou?
Queued up, bro. I had it queued up just so you know.
I kind of thought about it before we started. I was like, how can I do it? But I'm on the phone, so I was not able to do it. But I'm glad you did.
What's going on, Lou, man? How's everything, man? How you been?
I'm good, man. Same old, same old. Just, I'm out here fixing dents and playing with cars.
Playing with cars, just like the rest of us?
Pretty much.
So,
it's pretty much.
I wanted to ask you, what's the reason behind the who is Mike Jones name?
The Mike Jones?
Yeah.
So, all right. So
Is this going to be the real version or the PG-13 version?
Nah, it wasn't. It kind of happened on accident, really. I didn't have a Facebook for the longest time. I never had a Facebook. I just wasn't, on Facebook. But so I have an Instagram for the business, and when I started looking for Foxbody again, I said, Carl actually told me, yo, you got to get on the Facebook groups. That's where you're gonna find the cars. Okay. So I go to make a Facebook, I put in my real information, and it wants to link my Facebook with my business page, and I didn't want them to intermingle. I was using Facebook strictly for car-related stuff, even though I do work in the car business, but it was more not for business. It was more for, hey, I'm looking for a car, and then it turned into I'm looking for parts. So, I literally just said, hey, I'm going to use Mike Jones because of, Mike Jones, the rapper, and I put it in. It was available to my surprise, and I ran it for a long time as a ghost in the background. I buy a car, years later, parts, this, that, and the next thing, and somehow the word got out, and now I'm Mike Jones, the other Mike Jones, the real Mike Jones.
The real Mike Jones, yeah.
No copyright infringement or anything, but so yeah, that's how the Mike Jones page started, and that's how I became, I guess, Mike Jones in the car world at this point. At least in the Foxbody world, anyway. I think that came out at Foxtoberfest, right?
It did.
I don't know how. Who found out? Who said it? It had to be you.
Well,
It was me.
I think the 50 Asylum, they were looking for you, right? Wasn't it the 50 Asylum?
Oh, that's how it happened. Yeah. So Carl mentioned my car to the 50 Asylum, and then they were they sent me stuff, but they didn't know who to send it to because they got confused because my real name was Lou, but they sending stuff to Mike Jones or not to Lou or not to Mike Jones. It got all jammed up.
I think they were sending it to another Lou Wilkinson.
Something like that happened, yeah. And then that's how it kind of came out that Lou is Mike Jones. So
yeah.
And then it kind of stuck. And then Foxtoberfest came, and everybody was calling me Mike Jones, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm Mike Jones, And then
it's a cool fucking name, though. I mean,
it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't hate it. It's funny.
Shut up, look at this guy down there, Lawn Dart.
I don't see a lawn dart here. I see my real name.
Lawn Dart, okay.
Mr. Clapped Out.
Yeah, I mean,
you play Lawn Dart on your F450. I see you.
So, you see it. So, so it's funny how we all get nicknames, in the community, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just happens how it happens, right?
So
it's not intentional. It wasn't intentional, that's for sure. I mean, I made it before I even knew, John, I didn't even know you. It was like, this is years ago. I mean, I made that page, I think it was before COVID.
When you bought that car, right before you bought the car.
So I looked at a few other cars before that car under the Mike Jones name. And a lot of cars I got passed on because, it literally just said Mike Jones. It had no pictures. It looked like I was a bot.
It had a picture of a cat.
It did have a picture of a cat. That was later. But I looked like a bot, basically. You know what I mean? And now the picture, it says who is Mike Jones, because now it kind of fits, like, that's part of his song, and people are like, who the hell's Mike Jones? But it's really me.
So you realize why people weren't responding to your inquiries when you were like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm real, and like, how am I going to prove it? I had to tell people, well, I had to explain the whole damn thing. I literally copied and pasted.
But yo,
Go
just
to my Instagram.
he can also rap too.
No, I can definitely not. I can rap gifs, but I can't rap. My rapping skills are.
I don't think rap music is your thing, is it, Lou?
No, I like rap music, yeah.
Oh, you do like rap music?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I like mostly like the older stuff. I like late '80s, early '90s rap. The first concert I ever went to was Run DMC.
The real shit. Yeah.
And like I think it was 1986 or '87. I can't remember. I was only like I think I was like 14. And my uncle took it to me. Yeah, but I like a lot of times when I'm driving around, especially in the old cars, I'm usually listening to early '90s rap.
Playing the old
Yeah. I mean, I like everything. I like metal. I like all kinds of stuff, but it just depends what situation I'm in, what I'm going to listen to. You know what I mean?
So see, we're getting to know the real Mike Jones.
Yeah.
Another layer of the onion.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you?
I mean, I don't hate all the new rap either, but that era was definitely better.
Oh, come on. All that new shit is mumble rap and auto.
Oh yeah, I can't stand that stuff. There's a few guys out there, but still they can't compete with the old school.
No, because you know what? Like my kids, I have an 11-year-old, 14-year-old, 18-year-old. They dress like us now, like we did in the 90s. They like our cars and they like our music. What's that say about their fucking parents? The parents are pretty fucking cool, aren't they? Come on.
Well, we just had a really cool era all around.
And
Just
they know
didn't know it at the time, but know it now.
And they know it, and our kids know it, right?
Yeah.
Did you go around listening to parents' music when you were young? Maybe a song or two, but did you like them?
No, I wasn't rocking 50s music and 60s music.
No,
really,
yeah, right. So go show you, man. We're the cool parents. We're the cool parents. So do you mind if I ask you why you didn't have a personal Facebook profile?
I'm not a big internet guy, period. I actually opened up the Instagram because Carl told me to for the business when I first. So I've been doing painless internet for quite some time, but I worked for a company for a long time, and then when I left, it was suggested by Carl, you should open up an Instagram for your business, whatever, and that's the reason I did it. I didn't even have an Instagram before that. I don't know. I just never opened up a Facebook profile. And just going back, like before, like I guess Marketplace. I don't know when Marketplace came out, but I never made one in the beginning when most people did, because I didn't feel the need to talk to people on that. If you were my friend, you were in my phone, I would just call you.
So let me ask you a question.
Now it's different because now I'm like a Marketplace whore and I'm on it every night and I can't sleep.
You and everybody.
Hit me up at 2 a.m. I'm looking at the same car you are.
And all of our listeners.
And look what happened at 7 o'clock in the morning. A mass test went out. Get your Mike Jones starter kit.
This morning, right?
Yeah. I was definitely still in bed actually. But I got the.
Lou's car went up $30,000 overnight. You hear that, Tom Cleanser? Yeah, it just went up $30,000 what he told you at
the Temu version went up for sale today. The Temu version. Nah, it's not that bad. I don't want to shit on anybody's car, man.
Let me ask you a question. I don't know what car we're talking about. Well, maybe some people will be able to figure it out, but that's up to them. Did you have a MySpace, bro? You had a MySpace, right? You were rocking.
I didn't. I never had one, bro.
Really?
I'm not like.
You didn't make that like most of us?
We were POF assassins.
Yeah, what'd you say?
We were POF assassins.
Yes. Yes. Definitely had one of those.
I'm going to cut that off right now just in case people are listening. But maybe that's why he's nervous tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Lou, you mentioned a couple of times your business. You want to tell the listeners, what it is you do, how long you've been doing it for, how you got into the business. Give us a little background on that, Lou.
So I do paintless dent repair, obviously in automobiles. It's been, what is it now? We're in 26, it's 21 years. I was in the sign business prior to that. Wasn't really happy. Wasn't horrible, but wasn't happy. A friend of a friend had mentioned to me that somebody was looking to hire somebody and train them or whatnot. So basically, I went on an interview, a very non-formal interview, um, and they basically said, "Hey, man, we'll train you. There's a very huge fail rate in this business, so we don't want you to quit your job. Most guys fail that try." Okay. So basically, I worked every day, 9 to 5, locked up the design shop, and I went and trained every night for about, I would say, like Monday through Friday for about 10, 11 months, for a few hours a night, with the guy that was training me. I did that for, like I said, like a 10, 11 months. Finally, they were like, "Okay, we can see you grasp the basic concept. We think you'll be all right. Quit your job and come work with us." So I quit my job. I went and worked with them on a salary basis. The same guy that trained me, I rode around with him shotgun for like another 10 months. So I kind of had a crutch per se. We would be in the same dealership fixing cars, and if I had issues, at least I had somebody there to ask questions, because once you train on a shitty hood or an old door that's going to get thrown in the garbage by a body shop, and then when you're in the real world, it's completely different. Now you're running into things you didn't even know existed inside of doors and quarters, all kinds of stuff. Everything's different. So I did that for like I said, another 10 months with him, and then they started kind of setting me free little bit by little bit. "Hey, go to this dealership, fix this," kind of break away from the crutch. Just go there, do it, figure it out. If you really can't figure it out, call us. But so I did work for those guys for about 11 years. I think it's been now. Yeah. So I left them in 2016, started my own, and now it's been 10 by myself. And that's pretty much how I ended up where I am today. Met Carl along the way, probably 20 years ago, right?
A little more than that. My daughter's 20.
21 years. It's probably my first year doing
Yeah.
dent repairs when I met you. Yeah, he was, we were in the dealerships together. He's tinting windows, I'm fixing dents, and we're just kicking it, bullshitting. And then, like I said, fast forward 2016, he had already started his business and invited me in to do PDR under his roof. And yeah, so I do a lot of PDR on the 631 coatings. I do some mobile work, and I backed away from a lot of the dealership work that I used to do for my old company, the wholesale work, we call it. The only real big wholesale account I do is I do all the work for Tesla here on Long Island.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Hey, I don't like the cars. So nobody listening. I don't like the cars, but they pay me. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just a good account. So a lot of the dealerships, are owned by guys like me, you, and the next guy, and they do cut a lot of corners and they want to chop you up and beat you up. Tesla being the corporate type owned company, completely different. It's not like doing work for a dealership. So that's why I do the work for them.
So you mentioned it was almost 2 years working with a mentor, and your business has a high failure rate, correct? Like what is that? What is that?
I think the failure rate is somewhere between 90% of the guys that try fail within pretty early on. And listen, in the first, I would say 3 to 4 years of me doing it, I kind of sort of quit 3-4 times. Manager at the time came down, talked me off the ledge. "It'll be all right. This happens. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing." But I think that, without his push, that definitely helped me. But I think it takes and I'm not saying this because I'm doing it, but it definitely takes a certain type of person to be able to do it. You kind of have to think out the box sometimes and see things in a certain way. I just feel like it's part of one's, I don't know if personality is the right word, but I don't think just anybody can grab dent tools and do PDR.
Yeah.
You got there's an artistic thing about it, I guess, like in a lot of businesses, but just like a lot of skilled stuff, like some really good welders are definitely artistic, I would say, so yeah, you got to have a certain something to at least be good at it. Listen, there's a lot of guys out there that are chopping cars up and destroying panels, and like they look worse than before they started, and now unfortunately they get in there, didn't have the proper training, B, don't care, or they're just out for the money, right? So they get in there, they chop these cars up. When I say chop them up, I mean they beat up the metal so bad that I can't even back out of it and fix it. Now it's got to go to the body shop, get sanded, grinded, painted. And there's more of those than there are good guys. And I'm not saying they're only good guys. I'm definitely not. And there's guys that are top tier, but there's a lot of bad guys. And nothing drives me more crazy than somebody just calls Joe Schmo and lets them come work on their car and gets beat up. And it's like, I don't know. I always encourage everybody to do a little bit of research of who you're letting do this to your car, because it can go sideways real easy to fix.
You can wind up costing you more money.
Cost you more money. It's going to cost you more money if you hire the wrong guy right out of the gate. Because firstly, you know, you're going to, even if, let's just say you pay him. So now you paid him, right? Or even if you didn't pay him, now it's got to go to the body shop. You got to pay again. Or you're going to call me. That same dent is going to cost you probably 3 times as much for me to undo what he did and fix it versus if I got to it first. So always research who you're going to let do PDR car. I promote that. You know, if a guy can't produce prior work videos, whatever, he's hiding something.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
The reason I wanted you to tell people what you do is because I think that leads into your Foxbody story, right? Before we go there, your current Foxbody, that's an '86, not
'86. Yeah, it's.
Is that your first Foxbody, Lou, or have you owned other Foxbodies?
No, I bought a brand new black on black notch in 1992 when I was 19. That was my first one. But I fell in love with them in about 19. I think it was like 87. Mm-hmm. Definitely to the year. I have an uncle that's only like 6 years older than me, so cool uncle. So he used to always come to my house. He's my dad's brother with motorcycles and all the cool stuff. Again, a cool uncle, more like a cousin than uncle. Anyway, he shows up one day with a red 4i, and I'm just like, what am I? It was 87. I'm probably like 14 or so. One is 73, so whatever that is. And my jaw dropped. I'm like, oh my God, this car's awesome. One, because he's my cool uncle. Two, because I just loved it. So from that day forward, I knew that I wanted one. So I started saving some money, but I'm young, so I'm saving birthday money, and I'm doing a little hustling. I would go the perimeter of a golf course when I was a kid, collect all the golf balls that the golfers shanked. I'd wash them, sell them back to the golfers. I'd be jumping in and out of dumpsters, collecting aluminum cans, crushing them. Back then, they weren't 5 cents a can. It was done by weight. So we were just doing what I could to get some money, and started saving. And in high school, all the kids in high school had them, and I didn't have one. And I was upset about it. You want the cool car in high school, of course, but I was driving 77 Cutlass. These guys had Foxbodies, and I was not happy, but hey, I'm saving, So anyway, outside of work, I graduated, was doing a little bit of community college and working and saving money, saving. Now I'm saving harder because I'm 18 years old. Come 19, and one day after work, what really happened, in 92, I fell in love with the Calypso notches. I really loved the color at the time. And I wanted one, and not to make a long story, but I lived in a house with my mother, single mom, my mother, my brother, my sister. My mom rented the upper half of the house. A guy and his mom rented the lower half. A guy meaning he was like 4 years older than me, and his mom, single mom. I came home from work one day, and there's a Calypso notch in my driveway, and I about had a heart attack as I'm turning the block. And I'm like, there ain't no way somebody in my family bought me a Calypso notch. Nobody's got that kind of money in my family. We're all broke, Turns out I had told him that's what I wanted, and he may not have bought it, so I was pretty upset, like that I had to come home and look at this thing every day. I'm like, F this, man. I'm going tomorrow and getting a car. I left work with whatever money. I went straight to McCarville Ford on Long Island, where everybody got the Foxbodies back in the day. And I walked in there. They were like, oh, you need a cosigner. I went home, dropped on my knees, and begged my mom, you got a cosign for this car. But anyway, when I went there, they only had 2 left for the year because it was late in the year. I had a black and a black gray. So I took the black. My mom co-signed, and I was the first one, man. And it was like a dream come true.
And how long did you own that car? What'd you do?
So I had that. I was young. I wasn't really making a lot of money. I was going to college. So, I wanted all the parts. I couldn't afford the parts. I did everything what do you call it? Magazine, Muscle, Fast Forwards told me I could do to get some free horsepower, TPM sensor, timing, take the airbox out like everybody else. I dropped that H pipe in my driveway and I bashed out all the cat out of it right in my front lawn. My mom's screaming, "What the hell are you doing? There's shit all over the lawn." I'm like trying to get some sound. Got Flowmasters for Christmas. Had those put in, and that's basically all I could do to the car. I didn't even have tint. I was riding around Fishbowl for so long that my friend got sick of it and was like, "Yo, we're going to the tint shop today. We're tinting the car. I'm paying for it. I can't do this stuff."
He didn't know me back then, so
I didn't know him back then. So that's how that went. And so I had the car for, unfortunately, I only had the car for 2 years. Fast forward 2 years, 19 to 21, my parents had gotten divorced. My mom decided she was going to move back to Florida and take my brother and sister. And at this point, I've been in New York now because I came from Florida when I was 15. That's where I saw the red when I was 14, before I was in Florida. They're going to move back to Florida, and I'm like, I'm staying. So 21 years old, I've got to pay rent, going to college. I'm working 3 jobs. I couldn't work enough hours to make the car note and the insurance because I did have it insured to my mom, like most of us did back then. And when she left, now I had to go on my name, insurance on quadruple. So I sold it to my best friend at the time. And the deal was, hey, if you're ever going to sell it, let me know. He had that car till we were about 36, 37.
Oh, wow.
He modded it, he did motor work, he did it, and he kept it nice. 36, 37, I'm single, no kids. He's married, house, 3 kids. Like, what's up with the car, bro? Like, now I'm starting to feel like, okay, kind of got my shit together, doing debt repair for a few years. I got some money.
You got some money, right?
Yeah, I got some money. I want the car back. All right, yeah, no problem. Yeah, we talked about it. Okay, yeah, I'll give it back. Take it back. Takes it out, gets in a complete total car wreck with it. So the car gets wiped. Definitely took the wind out of my sails. I thought I was getting it back, so it kind of discouraged me for a little while, so I stopped looking. Not that I was looking, but I wanted that one. A few years later, started looking again. Couldn't find anything good, man. I just looking, and I'm just like,
when is this? What year is this, Lou, when you started?
This is so I'm 53, so this is about 10 years ago.
Okay, so
16, yeah, 15, 14, 15. Couldn't find anything that I thought was clean enough.
You've only owned one Foxbody, your first one up until this point.
Yeah. I had a bunch of other cars, but I always loved them, and it was always in the back of my mind. But I was doing other things in life, and I wasn't, focused on that. And I would look. Again, wasn't on Facebook. I was looking. I don't remember where I was looking. I was probably looking on eBay, Craigslist, right? Like, that's probably what I was doing. Couldn't find much. Wasn't anything good. So then I was just like, all right, there's nothing good. And I always liked notches. I was a notch guy. My first one was a notch. They were my favorite. So I would look, and I would get discouraged. Then I would get hot again, start looking. And Facebook and Carl's, and then Mike Jones came around, right? So I started looking. I went to Alabama. I looked at one. I went and looked in Connecticut. I looked at one. I looked at a few of them, and then finally got the one I have. That was a pretty clean car when I bought it.
When did you? So the '86 notchback.
The '86, yeah, I bought that in. When was that car? Was it 21?
21, yeah.
I think it was 21. It was like right around the COVID time, right after it.
So you were looking for 5 years, pretty consistently, before you found this.
On and off. I would look hot for like. I went to Foxtoberfest. I know everybody thinks that was my first October. I went to Foxtoberfest in like 2017 looking for a car because I heard about this Foxtoberfest thing. I drove down there. I was like, "There's got to be one there. I'm buying one there." I got down there. The only super clean car I saw was a GT, and I didn't want a GT, but it was very nice. I don't remember whose it was or anything, but it was red. But it wasn't like the Foxtoberfest we have now. It was cool, but it's not like now. Because there was a big difference between when I went in like 17 and when I went again last year for the first time. It was like huge difference. But I only went for the show on that Saturday, and it was held in like some. Where the hell was it? It wasn't at the racetrack where it is now. But I went there specifically looking for a car. So I went there Saturday, and Sunday it just so happened in Charlotte the NHRA drag races were there, so I made a weekend of it.
So how
I
many?
would look.
So
What's that?
how many cars were at that? If you had to estimate, 300 cars, 400 cars,
Yeah, probably
okay,
something like
what it is
that.
now? Yeah,
Yeah, and a lot of not nice ones. You
yeah,
know, now you show up and there's a lot of top-notch cars.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't see any notches that I was like, this is it. This is the one. Like I said,
Yeah,
the cleanest one
you did see one, Lou. His name
got
is
at Foxtoberfest.
Mr. Clean. You missed out on Mr. Clean.
Yeah, but that wasn't at Foxtoberfest when I went. That I did see. That came up online for sale.
Is that the
But
white notch? The white notch?
Yeah,
Was it have,
yeah.
what,
It's got some.
polished pinholes or CCWs? What?
I think they're CCWs, right? Is what he had at the time.
But the car was so OCD clean.
Yeah.
Legitimately cleaned the bottom of the car.
So I didn't get that car because I didn't act fast enough.
Yep.
I missed out on a few cars that I didn't act fast enough. I did go to Alabama, look at one. It just wasn't what I wanted. I went to Connecticut and got car fished, I'll call it. Guy sent me photos of a Termy swapped 4-eye notch. I know his name and I won't mention it, but you know. Anyway.
So what happened?
I go up there. He sends me all these pics, and this car looks sick. It's a white notch, blue interior, 86 Termy swap. Car looks sick. I get up there. I drive. I wasn't too far, but it's like 3.5 hours. I got a bag of money in the back seat. He wanted this is before I bought mine. This is probably 2020. I think he wanted 48 grand for it in 2020. I went up there with the money. I'm like, this thing's gonna be sick. For the pictures I saw undercarriage, everything. Dude, I got there and I'm like, these pictures got to be 20 years old, 15 years old. I pulled into this guy's driveway and he's parked outside, and I pull in and I was like, that can't be the car. It's got to have two. That can't be the car. Homie didn't even have a hood on the thing. It blew up, crushed the cow, broken windshield, and wrecked the roof. And I'm like, bro, where's the hood? Oh, I lost it. I'm like,
He was asking $48,000.
$48,000, dude. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, the hood blew up, bashed the roof, the cows. I'm like, he's like, it didn't hit the roof. I'm like, bro, I'm a fucking dent guy. I could see it from when I was pulling in your driveway. It hit the hood. I mean, the roof. I'm like, then the car had it was a white car. I saw bubble rust down below by the tailpipes, and I'm just like, no way did this guy just have me come all the way up here. Now I'm like, am I getting shaken down right now? He knows I came with money, maybe? Like, our guy's gonna come crawling out of the garage, you know?
But that was when you were Louis 1.0, right?
No, I wasn't. I was so mad that I wasn't. Yeah, I was already out of the gym. Yeah, dude. I was probably bigger than I am now, but I wasn't what I used to be in 2018, let's just say. But anyway, so I'm like looking at the car, and it's got like a reddish hue to it. So I drag my fingers across it, and it's all in the interior. It's in the motor, and I'm like, you could just almost like a dusty car where you can write your name in it. And I ran my fingers across it, and I look in his garage, and there's an old Ford Falcon in primer red. I'm like,
It was overspray.
he shot that car with this car in there, not covered, windows open. And he wants 48 grand. I'm like, bro. He's like, oh, I'll come down a little bit. I said, no, I wouldn't buy this for 20 grand. This is not what you showed me, bro. Those pictures, whoever built that car at the time, nice, because those are the pictures I saw. But it must have gone through a few owners, and they just kept recycling the pictures. I was so mad. I thought I was coming home with that. So anyway, I did look at some, but I did miss a few for not boom, boom. You know, you gotta jump on that. And Carl's always like, bro, you gotta be quicker than that. You know, I'm just like, oh man. So this one came up.
John's the pull the trigger nigga over there.
Yeah. I mean, it's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. There's too many guys looking. You know, there's too many guys looking, and there's not enough supply. So if you're not quick,
listen, the best cars. I'm telling you, man, the best cars they happen privately. They don't even hit the marketplace.
Right. I got lucky with this 86, man. I mean, the guy posted it. The ad, I saw it come up. The ad was probably maybe 20 minutes old. And I hit him up immediately. I got on the phone with him, talked to him, FaceTime. Turns out he's a paintless dent repair guy. I'm like, okay,
Oh,
cool. You can show me what I need to see. You know what I mean? Because the body was super important to me. Whatever, you know. And we talked a lot. I was like, all right, man. I made a little bit of a mistake, and I was told him I was going to sleep on it overnight. I was like, and I called him the next morning. I was like, what do you got? He's like, I got a lot of guys lined up that want to come, whatever. We spoke about it some more. We did a bunch of FaceTime when I got home, and the car was in Georgia, and he was selling that, a few other cars. His daughter was going to college and whatnot. Walked me around the shop, showed me some other cars he had. I'm like, all right, dude's definitely a car guy. Just, you know, he had nice stuff. And I was like, all right, man, I'm kind of sort of thinking I want to do something I think I shouldn't. I don't know, I'm not that comfortable doing. He's like, I already know what you're thinking. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna send you a deposit, man. And because was gonna book a flight. It was on a Tuesday. I was gonna get there. I was like, the fastest I can get there is a Thursday. And he's like, I got guys that want to come Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I wasn't gonna beat them. I knew a local guy was gonna get in the car and get there the next day, and I just said, fuck it, I'll risk it. In my eyes, I was like, you know what? I'm pretty picky in OCD. I'm like, if it gets here and it's not to my standards, somebody else will buy it. I'll just sell it. So I bought it from him, and it showed up, and it was a pretty nice car.
oh,
I mean,
you didn't inspect the car. You just did a FaceTime video, and
yeah, sight unseen, man. And I was nervous. I was nervous.
Oh, he
you know,
was that whole
Camera.
fucking week.
Camera hides a lot, man. You know, but the fact the guy he was calling me every day. Did it get there yet? Did it get there yet? Like, he was nervous for me, and I'm just like, nah, man, it's not here yet. It's not here. Just like, you know. But it showed up. It was a nice car, man. It came on a 2-car trailer. I'll never forget. There was a GTR in there, and the transporter's like, pulls out the GTR. He's like, the other one's yours? I'm like, yeah. He goes, you didn't see it yet? I'm like, no. He goes, nice car, man. I'm like, he's like, I ain't gonna lie. I opened the hood. I had to look. And I'm like, whatever. As long as it's straight and clean, man, that's what I care about. So yeah, it came off the trailer and it was nice. It was either getting a set of plates or it was getting a for sale sign, one of the two. So I walked around.
What'd you pay for that car, Lou? If you don't mind sharing.
At the time, I paid 28 grand for it.
28 grand. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was looking for a car that was more or less done because I didn't want to go through all the ups and downs, like we all know. You know what I mean? So I bought, you know. And then you just can't help yourself. I tore it apart.
so what was the car like? What did it come?
So the guy created something that was kind of cool. He told me, he's like, I tried to create something that didn't exist, and he created what he called the GT notch. So on the molding where like the GT hatch would say GT in the molding, he had those moldings on there. He had the
on the
GT
on the quarter.
Yeah, on the quarter right in front of the rear wheel. Yeah, he had that GT steering wheel, GT front bumper, badging on the back. What else did it have? Then he made it somewhat of like a GT notch. So when I originally got it, my license plate said "if you know," because we all know there wasn't a GT notch, but this was kind of created as one, you know. Typical 4-lug wheels, nothing crazy, normal brakes. I mean, you know, it was a pretty nice car. It was a clean car. It wasn't like a basket case of a car that needed, you know.
Did it have a wing? No, right? No wing, right?
No. I probably wouldn't have bought it if it had a wing. I would have been nervous. I mean, listen, you can always weld up the holes.
We have a friend that likes wings on notchbacks.
Man, I can't do it. To me, it's like, I just don't like it, man. To me, it's also, I don't like that. I don't like when guys put dumps on it and get rid of the tailpipes. I mean, that's one of the best things about
on a notchback.
On any LX, you know what I mean? Like, I love seeing those pipes. Like, I don't know. That's my opinion. But hey, everybody's got an opinion. You know what they like. We don't like the same stuff. Otherwise, we'd all have the same car.
So the car had a 5.0 in it.
Car had a 5.0 in it. Yeah, completely different interior.
5.0 what, a T5?
Yeah.
5-speed?
Yep, T5.
5-speed auto. Yep, T5.
Yeah, T5.
Was the car red?
World class T5. The car was red. It was originally black when it was new. The guy before me painted it red. As far as I know, he was the one that did the actual color change. Mm-hmm. I know when I ripped it apart and I took it, I took it down basically all the way. I could see the floorboards were still black and stuff, but Carfax will say it was a black car with like the was like the, I don't know what they call it, like the burgundy interior, canyon red, is that what they call it, or something
Yeah,
like
I
that?
think so.
So yeah, it was a pretty nice job. It was a single stage paint job. He told me it was a single stage paint job. Some stuff started happening in the door jambs, some cracking. I called it potato chips, where I guess he didn't prep it properly. So like I'm wiping the jams down, crack, little this, little that.
We put clear
Next thing,
bra on it, remember?
we put clear bra on it. Oh yeah, to try to stop it,
To
right?
stop it, yeah.
Yeah, yep. And then it just was like, hey man, you know what? And then just decided we're gonna
How
paint the whole
long?
damn
So you just recently, from what
finish.
I met you last year in 2025. I actually saw your car before I met you. I saw it in the shop, and immediately I was like, Carl, what the fuck? Whose car is that? And he's like, oh, that's my buddy Lou. So you repainted that last year.
So we repainted that car. Yeah. So the car was officially, I'll call it done last spring, but we painted it the fall prior.
Okay.
Painted it, let it sit for like a month and a half before wet sanding it down and polishing and all that. They did the wet sand and polish. Then I brought it to Carl. His guys really polished it more and then did more film work on it.
So you owned that car for about 3 or 4 years before you even touched it, before you ripped it apart?
So it was being done for 2.5 years. So I didn't have it very long before it got ripped apart. I drove it a little bit that summer. And,
What'd you do? What'd you start to do? Yeah.
He bought a Porsche.
While that car was getting done, I got so impatient. I went and bought another car. But
which I heard turned out to be a great investment for you, right? You bought that.
Worked out. I don't get to drive. I don't drive it too much, but like most of my stuff, Carl always yells at me, "You gotta drive the car." I try. So at that point, it just turned into. I was pissed that the car was at the paint shop for 2.5 years, but it was actually a blessing in disguise. Now,
was there 2.5 years? You got caught in paint jail for 2.5 years? And this is a friend of yours, right? This is you probably know the guy.
Like
right?
I would say 2 years or so. Yeah, a little more. Yes. Excuse me. I got caught in paint jail. However, again, blessing in disguise, because while it was there, that's when I started taking everything apart, because it was in like a little auxiliary shop next to his shop. So I would go over there. I had the code, and I would just start doing a little this, little that. Next thing you know, I got the whole interior out, carpet, everything, headliners out. I sound deadened the whole car. Just started doing what I call my OCD stuff, and just doing little tiny details. And then I sold off that interior, started buying more stuff, put it back together. That's when the roll bar came in, the build out. So it gave me a chance to work on the car in a place where it wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. So hey, let me go make it. Because when I bought it, it was nice. But you look at a car and you always want to put your touch on it, right? So I'm like, it's nice. If it didn't get caught up in the paint jail, would it ever be what it is today? I don't know. Because that was the time that I took that time to really go hard on it, to start doing everything.
And plan to build it your way.
Yeah, just start doing things. And like, I redid all the black trim on the car. I replaced pretty much every screw in the damn interior. Took the radio out, sent out the OEM radio, got Bluetooth put in that, put it back in. By the way, those radios are horrible to get in and out. Don't ever do it if you don't really want to. What else do we do? What I do over there? So yeah, new seats. I mean, everything new. I even went inside behind the scenes. Like I said, the whole thing sound deadened from firewall to taillights, doors, sail panels, roof, everything.
Tell them about your disaster with that fucking roll cage.
That's a whole other story. If you got like a couple minutes, I'll tell you that in a second. So yeah, even behind the door panels, I put new vapor barriers. I put all new seal. Everything's all nice back there. I got videos, pictures of all of it. The stuff that you don't see, people, kind of forget about that stuff. But the roll bar, jeez. So I buy this roll bar from a local friend / he's a vendor for them. I have them make the bar in California, and they're going to ship it directly to Texas to get chrome plated because I wanted to do chrome. I never really see chrome inside of cars. I want to do something different. I got caught up in chrome plate jail. Let's call that instead of paint jail. Oh my God, dude. So the guy was the nicest guy. It was just a phone. He sent me pictures of it done after he knocked it out in what was it? Like a month.
Yeah.
He did the whole roll bar. I couldn't find a lot of people to do it because they do the chrome bumpers and the vats are long, but they're not deep enough for the bar. He had one deep enough for whatever reason out in Texas. He sends me videos of this thing done in like a month. I didn't get that bar for. I would call him up. Hey man, I'm trying to finish this build. Yeah, just been busy. I thought for sure he sold it. Turns out the same guy that I ordered it from, me from the distributor, happened to be going to Texas with his friend to go buy a car. They were flying in, buying a car and driving it home. I was like, what address? So he gives me an address. We map it. It's like 15 minutes from where the guy is with the roll bar. I'm like, go walk in this guy's shop and get my bar. I didn't know if it was going to be trouble. I didn't know if the guy was going to have it. Sure enough, he's like, bro, he was the nicest guy in the world. It was sitting there wrapped up, ready to go. I'm like, he just never got around to shipping it to me. I mean, he did the work. I didn't pay him until he shipped it. So you don't want to get your money? Ship me the damn bar, man. I thought he sold it. So that bar it was like a year.
Yep.
It
was like a year. A year. I'm telling you right now, if my friend Steve didn't go there and get that bar, I'd probably still be sitting in that job.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm like, he stole it. I'm like, he stole the bar. I mean, I paid for the bar, but I didn't pay him for the plating. I'm like, he sold it to somebody, the local, that had a notch, and they were like, oh shit, I'll take that. That's what I thought happened. So if the car wasn't caught up for 2 years, that would have even held me up if the car was done, I mean, I don't know. It was very frustrating.
Yeah. Well,
it's always frustrating.
I think all full builds are frustrating. I mean, anybody that's been through something that you did, or like that Carl's doing, or that I've done in the past, there's lots of little hiccups, right, Carl? Things.
Oh yeah.
If people don't see that and they forget about that when they look at your car and they, think it was no big deal, or it's like, man, they don't see or know about all the curse words and all the
everything
aggravation and I'm done, I give up. And aside from the money, I mean, my car don't have a ton of money in it, but it's got money in it. Nothing like Carl's got or what you put in yours, but
it's the time too.
It's the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time is money, right?
Yeah.
And the older we get, the more valuable that time gets.
Yeah.
Right.
I put a lot of my own time into it. There's things I can't do that I had to pay people to do. I can do some things, but I can't do it. But like I said, he painted that whole car red. I did all the black on the car, all of it. I did all the wire tuck under the hood. I did that while I was sitting. I started tucking wires. I started trying to delete things that weren't necessary to the best of my ability to make under my hood as clean as it possibly could be without pulling the motor. I almost pulled it, but I said to myself, if I pull this motor, I'm going to lose this car for another year and a half. I know I will. It's not going to end up back in the car. I was like, enough's enough. I'm not pulling it. And now in hindsight, I kind of like what I did, because I was going to pull it, shave it like everybody else, but I didn't. I was like, I'm just going to clean it the best I can without shaving it and pulling it. Mm-hmm. That's where it's at now. Did what I could.
What the hell is that? An airplane?
I don't know. A car drove by.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, I hear cars going by, but
not like that. So I think it's pretty evident that people are picking up the OCD there, huh?
Oh, mine, you mean? Yeah, I'm a hey, it'll never be done. There's always something I feel like can be improved or changed, or So yeah, like when we were gonna repaint the car, I'm like, okay, I almost filled up. I filled the
wiper hole,
trunk holes, the antenna hole, the wiper cowl. There's no more wipers. It's all welded up, and I almost did again. The only reason I didn't do it is I thought I was gonna be there longer. I almost did the gas door. I was going to spin the fuel and go. I was going to try to retrofit it, make it go behind the license plate like some of the other older cars, the GMs and stuff. That was what I really wanted to do, but I was like, you know what? Let me not, you know. So,
Another year and a half.
another year and a half, you know, because I can't do that. I don't weld. So if I was going to get in and weld it, you know, when you're relying on other people, you got to, you know, you're relying on they got other work and schedules. I get it, you know, but you know, you want it done. So I started like backing off on some things. Like I said, that's why I didn't shave the engine.
So 2.5 years. Saw the car last spring. You go to Ford's in the Park with Vicious Things there in Long Island.
That's the first show I went to after it was done. Yeah. Yeah.
What are all the hand signals there?
It's not done. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's never done though.
Stop it.
I'll tell you, I saw that car sitting in Carl's shop about a month before that show, and that car was fucking done. I was like, whose fucking car is that? I knew right. I was like, what? I mean, you walk into Carl's shop and you see some pretty cool shit, right? And you see Foxbodies. You do a lot of work on Foxbodies, Carl, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd probably been in the shop a dozen times before that. I'd seen probably 5, 6, maybe 8 Foxbodies walking in and out of there, and then there yours is, just sitting on a lift, and I'm like, Carl, what the fuck is that? It was like, that car is fucking perfect. And tell him what you told me, Carl.
What?
Tell me what you told me about him. Yeah, the car.
Oh, the car? About him being OCD? OCD, yeah, it's never done. It's never perfect. It's just, and I basically told him, dude, you don't realize what you built. Nah, it's not that kind. I did it for me. Everyone saw that car. They fell in.
It does get attention.
That was one of the nicest Foxbodies I'd ever seen. And when I looked at that car, and Carl told me that I hadn't met you yet. I met you a month later.
Yeah.
Wasn't a part.
Right. Yeah.
And he told me, you know, it's my buddy, and he just doesn't, you know, he's got OCD. He doesn't feel that this car is done or that it's right. And I'm looking at the fucking car, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, the car is perfect. He's like, well, not according to Louis, you know. And then I met you at Ford's in the Park.
Yeah.
And I was with 400 cars there, all types of Mustangs, Carl?
Yep, all Mustangs, yep.
All Mustangs.
Yeah.
And I met you, and I was like, man, I love your car. And you're sitting there with your girlfriend. You're like, thank you. You're a humble guy. You're like a little shy, a little embarrassed. And I told you when I met you, I said, this is the best car here. You're going to win best in show. You were like, get out of here. No way. No way.
I didn't even want to sign the papers. They kind of forced me to, like, you gotta fill out the entry. I'm like,
And what happened? And what happened at that show?
Best of show.
That's when everyone found out who Mike Jones was.
Is that when it happened? Was it that? Oh shit! I thought it was Foxtoberfest. I think you're right. Yeah, it was.
Oh, that was your coming out party, man. But I mean, you didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think you didn't. I don't think there was a lot of video or pictures on that car. Mike Jones. But that car kind of surprised a lot of people at Foxtoberfest because you know you're not the type of guy that takes pictures and at least post them to Facebook and Instagram, right?
Right.
Very little.
That's this
And very little.
Up here, I'm up here on the screen. Yeah.
Yeah,
you were pointing.
Yeah, very little social media exposure. Yeah. And when I brought it to Foxtoberfest, Tom Moore was like, bro, what are you can't be hiding this thing. What are you doing? And I'm like, you know.
How did the 5.0? You didn't go to any other big shows last year besides Foxtoberfest, correct?
No.
Just that was last year. No, yeah, I went to Piss this year, but yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
just Foxtoberfest.
We're talking 2020. But how did Tom and John discover
Carl?
Louis, you showed him the car.
I told him, I said, you got to invite this guy. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe the car is worthy. I sent John probably about 7 or 8 pics of the car from all different angles. We go to a lot of shows locally together. I took a lot of pictures of his car. And I said, listen, reach out to him. And that's when they had the problem trying to find Lou Wilkinson on Facebook. Doesn't make sense.
Like, who is this Lou Wilkinson guy? You're like, yeah. So I mean, there was really nothing on the car.
Internet-wise, no, there were no pictures of it on the internet at all.
The car was
not that I can remember. No,
the car was offline in the shadows, but everybody locally knew how badass that fucking car was. So
yeah, just the local people knew until it hit Foxtoberfest, and then people, obviously out of state people seen it.
What happened at Foxtoberfest? Tell us about what'd you get there on Tuesday? What?
I got there actually late. What night is the brewery night? Is it Thursday? Right? Thursday? Thursday. Yeah. So I can't. You guys were there before me. I got there on Thursday. I drove Thursday morning. I literally unloaded the car. I don't even think I checked into my hotel. Jumped in the car and drove straight to the brewery. By the time I got to the brewery, it was absolutely insanely packed. So I parked all the way in New Jersey at the brewery. My car was in the back, and there were pictures of it all the way back there the next day, like on Facebook, and I was like, oh shit, my car was all the way in the back in like the dusty area,
You don't have underglow on that car, Lou?
No.
Okay.
But even if I did, I got there way too late.
Yeah.
It was like whatever time it started, I don't know. You guys were all sitting inside eating, and when I walked in, everybody yelled Mike Jones, which was pretty funny. But I don't remember whether you remember that. You guys were like sitting on those couches or whatever.
Yep.
In the brewery. I don't remember what time it started, but I probably got there an hour and a half, 2 hours after it started, because I just got to North Carolina.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of videos floating around the internet of you pulling in.
Right. Yeah. Dusty Rogers took that video. I didn't know him at the time. Turns out at Foxbodies, I was posted up next to him. He had that gray notch Benny that he sold. Cool guy. Yeah, he shot that video. And I didn't even know he was shooting it. I was trying to avoid the dirt part of the parking lot with my car, so that's why I was going so slow, trying to like find a decent path to not completely encapsulate my car in dust. But so that video went around for a while. Then there was another one that was shot at Foxtoberfest that ran around for a while. I can't remember who shot that one. It might have been him too. I can't remember. But yeah, it's getting a little bit of recognition now.
A little bit.
Not everybody knows. If you know, you know.
That car blew up all over the internet. I remember seeing it. I was like, this. I mean, we all knew, but the very next day it had thousands of views.
And then there was a video of mine and your car re-blew together. Remember, in the hotel parking lot.
Jason Sheridan shot that.
From that went for a while too. Yeah, he shot that. That went for a little while too. He
filmed that. Yeah.
That video is on my Instagram, and one other video is on my Instagram. And honestly, I haven't even posted on Instagram for my work lately, so long. But I did start to make an Instagram for the car itself, because I'm like, maybe I should put it out there, and then I didn't. There is an Instagram name. I think it's got one photo attached, but I haven't really taken a lot of pictures.
You don't you don't even have an Instagram for the car, huh?
I made one. I think it's got one photo attached to it, but I never really promoted it. And that was after, I mean, I might even made that in 2026. I didn't have it for the time.
You're out there fucking killing it, Lou. Hold on one second. Carl just shared a video here that I want to share on the screen just to show. When did you shoot this? June 8th last year. So right after the car was completed, correct, Carl?
We were at the mall by our house in Sunrise.
Oh, that show, yeah. That was a cool show.
And hold on one second. I've got to get
Is that the walk around video?
I sent it to you too, Lou. Yeah, the walk around video, yeah.
I can't see because I'm on my phone, and if I back out, I won't be able to see you guys.
I think that's when you had the Simmons wheels on.
Oh, I still had the Simmons on it at the mall? No.
No, that one wasn't. The last two I sent were with the Simmons wheel.
Oh, those are the wheels I bought before I filed lug swap. And not I bought that. Those wheels that came with the car.
So, all right. So window. Okay, I'm gonna share it right here. Can you guys see the screen?
Oh yeah, no, that definitely still has, that's the BT Forge. That's the mall show that yeah, I shot that video. Yeah.
Okay. Well, look at this. Look at this car for our viewers who have not seen this car. Look, this is last year, June of last year. Car was relatively brand new. Look how perfect this fucking car is. 57 seconds. Walk around. Probably the nicest 4i notchback out there right now. I know you won't admit it because you're humble, Lou. But do you get okay, close up on the wheels. These are VT Forge wheels you have on this thing?
Yeah, those are VT Forge, yeah.
He's got a wheel problem, you know. You still have
You shoot the inside. Yeah, come on, get in that window there, Lou.
No, this video doesn't go interior. It definitely doesn't. I think it ends pretty soon, actually.
Doesn't, yeah. I think I'm gonna stop sharing, but I think I have some video.
You have an interior. You shot one when we were at Pitts, really quick, I think. It's very short. John, you shot a video.
Wood grain. It inspires a lot of people.
You put up a video when we were at the brewery in Tennessee.
What are you saying, Carl? You saying?
I'm not saying anything. I said your wood interior inspired a lot of people.
I have some reels here on my profile. I'm pretty sure I have video of you and me at Foxtoberfest last year.
With interior?
I shot both the cars. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it. I'm almost certain I have it.
Yeah, I can't really share anything because I'm actually on my phone. So.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll pull it up. It's just Foxtoberfest video. Where are we? We are.
Yeah, you have a little bit of an interior one from Tennessee that I saw. It's not very long. That's pretty short.
I got it right here. Hold on. I love this video too. Hold on. This got a shit ton of views, man. This thing. You had like 3,000 likes on this thing. I think you had over 100,000 views on this video.
Where is it posted? Instagram?
It's on Facebook right here. You guys see it? I wish you could hear the sound. I got you burning out here, pulling out.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, that sounded good right there. Yeah, this is what I was talking about.
Look at this interior, man.
Yeah. This was in Pitts, I think, right? Yeah.
This is Pitts. Yeah. This is
yeah.
Pitts, yeah. Love the plate. Is that a real plate, Lou? No, right?
It's my real plate number, but it is my real plate number, but I had a remake of the '80s plate done.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you can get in trouble for that here. I hear.
I heard it's a felony, honestly.
Yeah, they like confiscate the car and stuff like that.
Yeah, I usually don't run it when we're here in New York, but outside of here, I'll put it on because
If you know, you know.
Okay.
If they know, they know, and then they can do what they got to do. I thought I was getting locked up in Pitts with it when we were in the mountains.
Here we go.
Thought that guy was.
I got re-blue interior, then I go to you.
This is Foxtoberfest, right? Yeah, I think this is Foxtoberfest.
Yeah.
We were in the it's the hotel parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah, the hotel parking lot. Look at it. I mean, both cars equally deserving of best in show. I thought you were going to take it, Lou. I really did. I mean, I love your car.
Yeah, mine took the.
I would have been okay with that. Yeah.
Best 86.
I got best modified 79 to 86. I got.
Are you guys hearing the sound on this? Because they're both.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, the exhaust. Wish I could figure out a way to get the sound on here. The exhaust on the back of your car. I mean, I swung around the back. It's just beautiful. But yeah, that was a fun show. So, but you made some changes since Foxtoberfest, right? What'd you do? You made some changes.
Yeah. What did I do since Foxtoberfest?
Engine bay.
What's that?
Engine bay.
Oh yeah. I did a lot of engine bay cleanup. I was at Carl's for a while before pits when I was just had it here, so I was doing a lot of work here in the evenings. We were doing stuff to it. I got rid of I moved the vacuum tree where the what do you call it? Where the wiper motor used to be. I did use a fiddle. Carl had a fiddle fart block off plate for that. So then I mounted the aluminum UPR tree to that. And
Yeah, we double side taped and put fake screws in.
yeah, it's just fugazi. And then I ran new hoses and stuff to make it just look nice and clean. Then I put Scott Rod's panel against the firewall to kind of get rid of all the factory holes that were back there. Not so much the like the factory holes, but the holes where things were screwed in there. Some sensors and whatnot. They kind of just looked like So I did that. I put the car has AC, so I put the cover on the front of the air conditioning compressor. Actually did that after Foxbodies. I put some covers down in the frame rail. I had Scott Rod make me some frame rail covers. Put those in. What else did I do? I know I moved some stuff around. I'm trying to think what else I did. Did I move my battery cable? I ran through an aluminum tube that was painted black.
Yes.
I did. Was that before Foxtoberfest or after, Carl?
Well, after.
Yeah.
It was the Keystone battery relocation kit.
Yeah, I did that, and then I instead of going down like with just the raw cable going down, wasn't going to work for me, because if you go perfectly straight down, you end up on a piece of the metal there that's on an angle, and I knew it was going to be sideways. It was going to drive me insane. So I went, instead of going down with them, I went right and left and did it a little bit different than most people would.
Lou, I thought I had more video of your car, man.
I probably have some. Like I said, I can't really get them up, unfortunately, because I'm on the phone.
There it is. There's your engine.
What else did I do under the hood? Trying to remember. Oh, I made a cover for the top of the radiator as well. So now the top of that is black. All just like visual modifications, really. But that's my thing. I love visual mods more than anything. Like I told some of the other guys, I will spend all my time, effort, money into making my car look a very specific way before I'll spend any money to make it go faster.
So you have what? You have a stock 302 in there, right? It's just
the 302 with the E-cam and the GT40 injectors. Basic, nothing crazy.
Stock heads.
It's not fast. Yeah, stock heads. Yeah. Not stock fast, headers, but looks nice. Long tube headers. Long tube BBK, H, and Flowmaster.
Flowmaster catback.
Mm-hmm.
Any plans to do a supercharger on that? Everybody's trying to convince you to do that.
Yeah, it could happen. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got more visual mods coming, but supercharger is definitely a potential.
Just a little S trim, just a little.
Yeah, you know what happens though. All right, while we're doing S trim,
snowball.
Heads. We might as well do heads, right? We might as well do this, right? Next thing you know, not that it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I mean, there's not a ton more I can do visually to it anyway, so if I want to continue to put money in, it's going to have to start. Now it'll start going performance, right? More performance, I should say.
So what are your plans? What are your future plans for the car? Just more visual modifications?
Right now, the only visual mods I have in mind that I'm going to do to it are door panels.
Door panels?
Yeah, I have another set of door panels that I'm working on. I'm not going to get rid of those because I do think they fit nice and they look nice in the interior, but I want to bring the black wood grain into the door. So I have a set of 1980 door panels, which if you know what they look like, it's kind of hard to explain, but those also have the panel up at the top that would, like the Gia would say, like it's got the little panel up at the top with the leather with the stitching like this, so That's going to be done in the suede and the red stitch, like the seats with the chrome buttons in it. Down low where the carpet would have been in the mat pocket, that's going to be the black wood grain. The door handle pull is going to be like the side of my seats, which is black leather with black stitch, and then the door panel's black with all still the chrome handle and stuff.
Are you gonna have that? Are you gonna have that done before Foxtoberfest this year?
Yeah, I have the panels. It took me a long time to find a nice set of panels, like I'll call it a decent set of panels. A lot of them get like that, they get chalky, and if you scratch them with your nail, it like literally just removes a chunk. These ones are fairly nice, so, and they're black already, but I am gonna refinish them black also.
So you are planning. What shows are you planning on attending the rest of this year? Motor City.
I'm registered for Motor City. Yeah, I bought tickets for that. I guess Foxtoberfest. So far, that's really all I got planned out.
Foxtoberfest, yeah.
Yeah. Why would it?
Mustang week.
That's like August too, right?
Uh-huh.
When is that?
2 weeks after Motor City.
Oh man, so where's that? Carolinas?
North Carolina. Yeah, well, it's in Charlotte this year, where Foxtoberfest is.
Ooh, man, that's rough. 2 weeks later. I mean, no, probably not. I personally hate road trips, and I trailer the car, but I like being there. I hate the road trip there.
Yeah.
So what do you call it? We just went to it was a Ford Nationals. I mean, at least that's kind of was a hop, skip, jump. 4.5 hours wasn't so bad. That's more my speed. 4.5 hours. These 11-hour trips, I'm like.
Did you trailer that car to Carlisle?
Yeah, I did. I trailered it and had it in a garage. That's how OCD I am.
That's oh my god.
I unloaded that thing. What was the show? Friday and Saturday, right? I unloaded that thing Friday morning at 5:30 a.m. Took me a little while to unload it because the ground was uneven, so whatever. But anyway, I got off the trailer, washed it, took a shower, drove straight to Ford Nationals with it. Came right back that night, put it right in the garage.
You rented an Airbnb. So I'm gonna challenge you a little bit here. I'm gonna ask you some tough questions now. You ready?
Go ahead.
You had a few people ask you. You know where I'm going with this.
Oh,
yes, I know where you're going.
What's the number on that car, Lou, that would make you? What's the number? I didn't ask you that. Who asked you that?
Well, based on that car, we're going to start at 62.5 and go up from there.
So since the Timu one's going for 62, I mean, shit, I got to go up, right? I can't go down.
We know. Lou,
so I could sit here. I mean, everybody's.
Are you ever going to sell the car, Lou? Yes or no?
I don't know. I love it. It would hurt to sell it. I wouldn't like the feeling. So that being said, what's that?
What would you do if you sold it? We spoke about this.
Well, that's the thing. Like, what am I going to do if I sell it, right? Do another one, I guess. I mean,
spend 3 years in body shop jail again?
Exactly. I've only had it out of jail for a year, so it's like it's kind of tough to just let it go. But if I am going to let it go, you're going to have to pay for my tears that are going to run down my face, is the way I say it. Which, hey, the thing's not coyote swapped, it's not supercharged, and some guys will be like, you're out of your mind, you're not getting more than whatever because it doesn't have this motor or that. But
ignore those fucking
you can go build it if you want, and you could go sit and, take 3 years and go do it and, make sure the body's like damn near perfect. I mean, nothing's perfect, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close, it's pretty straight.
It's pretty perfect. It's although I see you go around the car and you pick out a couple of little flaws, where all the flaws on that car are. But
I know where they are.
Flaws, but it's
I mean, like I know where they are, and some of them are easily addressed and just out of sight, out of mind things. And other ones, I'm like, oh man, to do that, I got to do all this, and it's not that I won't take the time to do it, but I'm not gonna remove a roll cage to change a weather strip. You know what I mean?
I get it. So now I'm going to ask you a couple questions. All right.
A roll bar.
Your top 3 cars in the community, your top 3 favorite cars. And in no particular order. You got to pick 3 cars.
So
top 3 cars. Who are they? Who's the owner? What are the car? Describe them.
I am hands down a notch lover, so I do like other cars and I do appreciate other cars. I I can name a bunch of cars that I like, and I appreciate all the Fox bodies. I do. It's not like some guys like, oh, I only like notches. I hate the rest. I don't hate the rest. If I had the money, I would have all kinds. You know what I mean? So, but if I'm gonna have to go favorites, it's probably gonna be mostly notches.
So what are your top? Who are your top besides your?
So
own?
again, I'm not like the big social media guy, so I don't know them all. But some of the ones I have seen in person, for me, and I'll never gonna pick a car for its motor, and I'm never gonna pick a car for its power. I'm gonna mostly pick it for its small details, its paintwork, and things like that, because I do paintless and repair. So these are the things I always look at.
It's why I'm asking you, Lou, because I've never asked anybody this question, because you have
You're
the eye for it.
so they can go and knock on that guy's door and say how much.
I do like Tom's car a lot, man. He gets a lot of love for that car. I think the car is very straight. I love the color combo. I mean, I probably like a lot of, I do like Warhammer's car, and he mutually likes mine. I like his, and that, and I know his car.
Stop. Would you trade your car for the War Admiral?
I feel like I'd be foolish not to.
Well, Tom.
Not on looks. On if you're talking about the value, money value.
Don't put that out there. Don't put that out there. Tom, you might have a trade. You were very interested in that car. I'm just kidding.
But I really do like his car. I think it's well put together. He did some things that I think are pretty cool in my eyes. That I like. I love that he riveted all the Scott Rod panels in where most people welded it. I think it fits the car nice. I think it looks really cool. Again, I'm a looks guy. I'm very much into aesthetics.
You like
the color? I like that. Just the car just kind of looks got like this tough, sinister look. Like, I don't think my car looks tough. I just think it's nice.
It's red.
His car's got this like tough, like sinister look is the best way I could describe it. And I love the seat color combo.
That's him, bro. He's all about that sinister.
Yeah, and it looks the part, and I really do like that.
All right, so two more.
Oh, who else? Let me think. Carl, I can't pick you. Your car's not done. Just kidding.
You can't pick any of your friends. You can't pick any of your friends.
I can't pick any of my friends? Okay. So I can't pick any Long Island cars, basically, right?
Oh, what's your sword parts?
Man.
You've been around it. You've been having two big shows. You see them.
Let me think here. I'm trying to think. Damn, I can't pick no friends.
I know which ones I know which ones you mentioned it to me. So.
Go ahead, tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Yes, you the question.
I might be drawing a little blank here, you know?
No.
Describe the car. We'll help you.
We were at Foxtoberfest.
So I really like, and I don't know, I can't remember the car's name, and I don't want to say it in case it's somebody else's car, but whose car is that beige one?
You're talking about the sand beige car?
The 4x.
With the Turby swap? You're talking about Mr. Robert Miller?
No, I think Capri with the Capri fenders.
Does it have the Capri fenders? Got all the like the cool vents in it.
Yeah.
What's this car's name?
Robert Miller. It's the Wicked Stepsister.
That's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say it in case that was somebody else's car. I don't remember everybody's cars names, but yeah, I like the car a lot.
Let me tell you something. That guy Robert Miller, I've spoken to him offline. He's a good guy.
Yeah, that's a cool look. Again, it's just got this cool look to it. Like, it's just different. It's got this cool, different look to it. The way he did.
I see his vibe. And you know what? Tom has mentioned that's his favorite car along with yours.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it's just a cool looking car, man. It's different.
It's a match
different.
Between Mike Jones and Tom Schwenzer, huh?
Maybe we should build a car. Maybe we should build a car together, Tom.
Too bad they don't have plenty of fish for Foxbody Mustang guys.
Plenty of Fox.
Jesus. Carl just covered his face. All right, so you picked Tom, and you picked Tom's other favorite.
Let me think.
Wicked stepsister. What's the third one?
Who else, man? There's a lot of clean cars out there.
Mm-hmm. You have an eye
like I know there's a couple, like there's one really nice vert, but I'm not a vert guy, and I think it's awesome. It's a nice car, but you know,
pick your cars. Just pick the cars that you noticed at Foxtoberfest. Because the reason I want you to do that, Lou, is you have an eye for this shit. So if he points your car out, it's a fucking compliment. Go ahead. What was that vert?
I like Dusty's car a lot because I think it's got that same cool sinister look to it.
Isn't it the same color? Oh no,
that's more like the what do you call it? That area? Your Area 51. It's like that battleship gray. What the heck's the name of it?
What's that color, bro?
What?
He told me the name of that color. I can't remember.
Destroyer gray?
No. I forgot what he told me that color was. Gray? You know, it's in that family. Yeah. You know. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
When I first saw that car, I saw a video of it online. It went kind of viral where he was washing in his driveway and did the walk around. And I'm like, God damn, that thing looks tough, man. It's just a tough looking car. I like that. Again, I don't think my car looks like that. My car is just clean, but these guys' cars got this tough look to it. If I was going to do another one, I'd go after the tough look.
Yeah, that would be your vibe. Any other cars you know at Foxtoberfest or pits?
I mean, shit, I walked around Foxtoberfest like 6 times, just kept looking and looking. There's a guy with a, and I'm not a huge SSP guy, but there's a guy that has an SSP, but it's not original by any means. And I did see it at pits also. I don't remember his name. It's black with the beige.
Yeah.
But it's set up like, it looks like a cop car that somebody turned into like
a street car.
A tough car, street car, yeah. It's got the black on black state trooper. It says state trooper, but it's black on black, so you don't really see it at first, but it's there. You know what I mean? I used to ride bikes, and I had a bike like that was all black on black, satin black on gloss black, and Carl, you do those all the time at the shop, and they always that look is a cool look. But again, like I said, I'm not a big trooper guy, but I'm not picking the car apart, like. Not looking at every little detail, but just like as a whole, I think it's kind of cool.
It presented well. You mentioned a convertible. Yeah. You started to mention a convertible.
What's this guy's name? It's green.
Walked next to me at the Maker's booth.
Wasn't he at Pitts too?
Yes, he was.
The guy that was next to me, you're talking about Mitch Grace?
Yep, Mitch Grace. He's got a with a 10-speed.
The green convertible, right?
Shelter green, yep.
It's like a darker green?
Yep, shelter green.
Yeah, that car is cool.
You're not talking about our Mickey sit-ins, right?
No.
Mitch no, it's got like a, I'm trying to remember the interior. Was it like kind of plaid-ish?
Plaid interior, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next to me in the Maker's booth.
At Foxtoberfest?
That's a badass car. That's a badass car.
Yeah, I like that.
He's a nice guy, yeah.
Yeah, I like that car. When it comes to a vert, I think that's a really nice car. There was another guy with a vert too that was parked by me at Foxtoberfest.
What color?
Was it red? I just remember going, damn, this is a nice convertible, man.
Was it Dom?
Drawing a blank.
Did it have a polished tucked?
Had a lot of polished stuff under the hood, yeah. It was just super clean, yeah.
It was a GT vert, right?
Yeah.
That's Dom's spec.
Yeah, you're talking.
Yeah, that's super. I mean, I'm looking at it going, it's a lot of upkeep. That's a lot of upkeep for that power. Like that's a lot of upkeep.
Your OCD was acting up looking at that?
That'll drive me nuts. Like I can't have that. I can't have that. I love to look at it. I'm like, props whoever's sitting here polishing this, but man, I had a hard enough time keeping the black.
I was hanging out with Dom last weekend at the Ford show in Old Bridge, New Jersey. And I mean, he's super fucking talented, man. I mean, he built that car, from what I understand, in like a storage container
unit. Oh, really?
Yeah, storage unit with like his dad, from what I understand. But I think he did all of that work himself. And now he's starting a little side hustle business where he's going to start doing some of that mechanical work. I mean, if you want to, wire tucked engine bay, something that beautiful. I mean, Dom's your guy. Reach out to Dom Spano.
Yeah, I mean, I wung my engine bay. I did what I could. It was not like a 110% wire tuck, but I did what I guess they call it like the mini wire tuck or whatever.
Yeah,
like all the shit that's coming over the towers, I put it all underneath. Mm-hmm. Even my hood cable, I disconnected my hood cable. It doesn't even pop from inside the car anymore.
Dom's a good dude. If you're looking for that level, contact him. What about you, Carl? You have an eye for this shit. What's your top 3 cars out there? You know them all. So what's your top 3 cars? Your top 3 cars?
Yeah, I don't know them enough, man. I've only been to like the Foxoverfest and Pit, so like it's a lot to take in, I'm just now starting to become like Facebook friends with some of these guys and seeing their cars, so I don't know them all,
Yeah, they're all good guys.
I'm sure I'm missing a ton. Like when I went to the brewery, there was a lot of nice cars up there. There was a handful of like really nice stuff up there.
Yeah, you see all the nice shit at Foxbody.
Mm-hmm. But the ones I'm picking off are the ones that I kind of prepped myself to see. Like I was like, man, and then I saw them online before I saw them in person, so I'm remembering them. You know what I mean?
And you were impressed when you saw them in person. What about you, Carl? I've never even asked you this. No friends, just out there in the community.
I'm a big fan of Tim Lynch.
Well, yep.
He I guess he was the one that everyone overlooked a few years ago when it came to.
What do you have? The white?
He had the white turbo
with the
notch.
With like the peanut butter interior?
No.
Is that no?
That would be Tom
Clark.
Tom Clark.
Okay.
But no, Tim Lynch. Tim Lynch Racing, I think, is his business. But yeah, he had a twin turbo white coupe that had the Siamese turbos, really done well. One of the ones I guess that slipped through the fingers. Another car would be.
It shouldn't have. That car doesn't get enough credit. That's a beautiful car. Yeah.
It does. It puts it down. He drives it. I believe it's got air conditioning, everything in it too. Mm-hmm. The other guy would be, believe it or not, Brandon Hitchison.
Brandon Hitchens.
Yeah, his car's nice, man. I forgot about that one.
The silver notch, dude. I mean, that wire tuck and the motor floating in the engine bay.
Yeah, that car's nice.
Well, hold on.
I forgot.
You brought him up. I saw something interesting on Facebook today, and I actually text messaged him.
Yeah, don't copy it.
The wheels.
Don't fucking copy that shit.
Yeah, the new wheels. I saw those. They're nice.
Hold on. Motherfucker. Nabil, those are the Londar wheels.
I know who the fuck Nabil is.
No, those are the Londar wheels. That's one of 2, Brandon. I love you, but you got the second set. Don't accuse me of copying.
No, then you better put some photos up to fucking take that fucking.
How am I gonna put some photos up? I've showed them to you. The black. The black matte wheels. It's the same fucking wheel. Nabil, you stole my design. Anyway, whatever. He was the first one there with him, so I don't give a shit. But anyway.
But I got him.
Yeah, I forgot about his car. That car. I like that car.
Actually,
beautiful car.
Not for nothing. That guy has the same kind of OCD that Louis got.
Yes.
When it comes to laying things out and mapping a plan out, very clean. You look at
he built the car at Sick Motorsports.
If you look at Merchant SVT's engine bay, which we had a part of, it's the same way. The motor looks like it's floating.
Yeah.
You don't see anything.
That's the red GT, right?
The red GT, yeah.
Yeah.
And my third guy would be Josh Kennedy.
Josh Kennedy.
Yeah. He's got a really well put together teal Cobra with that stockish kind of a look, but it has some
beautiful car.
Has some really good personal touches to it.
What are the wheels? Are those? What does he have?
Weld?
Are they weld?
I think they're
weld. I don't know if I saw. I mean, I probably saw it. I don't know this car. Do I?
It's a
teal Cobra.
He's got a few cars, so it's not just that one car. But he's another gentleman that's got a good eye for detail and a little OCD. But he puts together a real nice piece.
Yeah. That beautiful cars, man. All the cars that were mentioned. I mean, pretty much. I mean, shit. All the cars that have been around for a while, except for maybe Mitch Grace, right? He came out last year, and
Mitch came out
Louis.
last year. That's a beautiful car.
Yeah. Probably doesn't get enough credit because it's a convertible, but that's a beautiful car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else has been out a few years. They've been, they're well known. So you named all the well known cars. So hopefully our listeners don't get mad at us. But
Yeah.
But keep in mind, a lot of people that go to these events, obviously, they're a little bit more low key. You don't really see too much of the car, other than going to the event. They don't have a social media presence.
Lou.
Like Lou. So you'll walk past that car, and if you don't see it online, you kind of forget about it, So a lot of these guys that are out there that have these, unique builds should put some more content out there and let the masses see what they're building.
If they choose to. I mean, I saw some interesting cars. I didn't get away from our booth with Jason Sheridan much last year at Foxtoberfest because the attention that Reblu got, but I saw a really cool eruption green. I think it was a GT. Pull in, go by our booth and park in the. I'm not sure if it was the VIP or the premium parking. Yeah, it kind of like parked on the side. It was with another car. I think it was like a black coupe, which was also a really nice car. They drove right by the front of us, and it was really well done. I don't see it much online, but that's a beautiful car that I saw there last year. I didn't get. I mean, again, the cars that you guys named, I've seen them for years. They were there. As far as a new car, I thought that was a really nice car that went by. I'm not sure who the owner is. Maybe somebody can let us know and stuff like that.
I don't know if I saw that car. I don't remember it anyway.
Drove right by, like just late. Showed up late to the show. Everybody was there, just drove through the parking lot. People were moving out of the way. I was like, look at that car, it's beautiful. And that's like I said, I didn't get much of a chance to walk the lot last year. 900 cars, almost 900 cars.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time walking.
Kissing babies, that's why.
I'll get the hell out of here.
Kissing babies.
What do you call me, the politician, Carl? You both must have. The politician.
I didn't spend much time by my car in Foxbodies because I was just too busy. I was like, damn, man, there's a lot of stuff
left,
here.
Huh?
I was just walking around looking at other people's stuff, just like, because, for me, it was like, again, I went to Foxbodies a long time ago, and I'm like, damn, this is nothing like it was. I'm like, there's some stuff here. I gotta go walk around. Right, man.
Oh, you know who's got a really cool car that we forgot to mention? A buddy of ours. Not the Long Island crew, but Joe Monte, that white T-top hatchback with the key. Yeah. A lot of cool touches. Maybe it's white and black. It's like a stormtrooper type car, but he fucking. I mean, he was a guest.
He was at Pitts in the Autometer booth.
Yes. Yeah. And
he was behind me on the whole when we were driving all to Tail of the Dragon stuff.
Tail of the Dragon car. Yeah, I mean he took that car out, man. No break-in period. He tuned it, I think, like 2 days before the show, and he was out there on the Tail of the Dragon when it was red nicely. Fucking crazy, right? That's a nice car. I know Jason Asper is coming out with. I think this year he did a bunch of updates to his GT. Oh, let me tell you something. He showed me. He's got a badass set of wheels coming out, man. Custom one-off Asper. You know Jason Asper, Carl?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wait do you see what he. I mean, more than that, he's doing a lot of shit to the car. I hope it's out for Foxtoberfest this year, but that car is going to be incredible. And then of course you got Mr. Melendez here. Hopefully,
when it's done, he said I can't pick friends, and
well, I mean, top three, but we can mention all the cool cars that are coming out this year, right?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, to the masses, don't force your builder to adhere to a date. When it's done, it's done.
Oh, you should be done.
When it's done, it's done.
You better be finished for Foxtoberfest, Carl.
Hey, listen.
I hope so.
We're sitting in June, man. You got what, 4 months?
Everything's in the hands of other people at this point, and I can't put matches under the people's asses. They don't want to move fast enough, or they're too busy. That's what happens.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough that when I get bored, I buy something else. So I got something else to fuck around with.
So you got your coupe, most likely.
You know whose car just pretty much finished? I like Fernando's.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He won't be at Foxbodies.
He nailed it with those fucking wheels, dude.
What happened? Yeah.
He nailed it with those wheels. They look really
That car
good.
looks nice, man. The body's nice. I looked at it very well at the Fords in the Park show.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing it. It was a nice car, man.
The ponies by Victory, Nabil.
Mm-hmm. Everything's nice. Interior's nice. He did a good job.
Is Nabil a sponsor or something?
I mean, shit.
The first time I've heard him on coming out of your lips.
You know who is a sponsor? Odds Auto Wheel. Congratulations, Billy Trammell, for winning the contest. Yep. Good job, buddy. Good. I contacted him today. I'm gonna
nice.
Tip him his.
It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. That dude's awesome, bro.
He's a great guy. I love Billy. Billy's good people. I got his address, Billy. I'm shipping your interior parts out to you. We got a little bit of controversy there in that little contest between Billy and another guy, in the second place. Like, oh, what are you doing sharing with family and friends? Guys, whenever we hold a contest, that's the point. We want you to share the post with family and friends.
John, as with anything else, whether it be the judging at pits, the judging at fucking Foxtoberfest, people are going to have ruffled feathers no matter what.
Yeah. Don't forget, guys.
That's crazy.
Don't forget.
You're picking out an individual per se who's going to win. It happens.
Don't forget, guys. Lou, do this year. According to one of our buddies, if you want to win Foxtoberfest, you got to bring out a copy machine, right? And you got to make copies of the votes, and then you put it in, and you get enough votes to win. So,
no, John, wait a minute, hold on.
A copy machine.
You need a Roadster shop chassis to win Best in Show. I see what the fuck you're doing.
So Ryan bought Mario's coupe.
Yes.
Beautiful. Mario de Sousa.
So I haven't seen that car in person, but that looks like a badass car.
Let me tell you something. From what I see, unless he got carfished like you did with that Terminator, that car looks like it checks all the boxes. I mean, it's a black coupe, so maybe it won't get the credit, but that car is, coyote swapped, clean engine bay, shaved engine bay, pro charger, black interior, leather wrapped everywhere. The amount of detail that's in that car is just incredible. All it needs is a roasted shop chassis, Ryan. I'm just trying to get rid of this roasted chassis. I'm gonna buy this thing. I got it for you, man. We can do a firm. Nick, pay attention.
Firm.
Damn, throwing digs over here.
Hey, I wasn't even there, and I know about it. Their balls, yeah. So.
Fucking chassis.
Lay chassis, man. Yeah. That thing's just sitting there. I need to get rid of it. So,
You just want to go through the fucking hell I'm going through right now. That's why.
Yeah,
man. I thought your car was gonna be done long ago. Shit.
Yeah, no, it's.
It happens. It is what it is.
Got to go to another guy for exhaust, another guy for this. When all these guys don't align, you can't expect somebody to stop what the fuck they're doing just because. Who am I?
Yeah.
But you will have that car at Foxtober.
We don't know, John. We can't say that.
I hope so.
We'll move heaven and earth to make sure you have that car at Foxtoberfest.
The car's still at Vinny's. Once we get the exhaust finished, then we will take it back to Vinny's and we'll fire it up and we go from there.
Let's shout out Dan Tadaro too. He's the metal fabricator. He's doing your exhaust. He's the guy that did all the custom metal work on Reblue. He's in Pennsylvania, guys. Tadaro Fabrication. If you're looking for a good metal fabricator, Carl might be like, "Hey, don't shout him out." No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, we don't. He's the best kept secret right now. When he's gonna get a ton of work. That guy's phenomenal. But
I gotta visit that guy for a new cover in the front.
Yeah, dude,
Okay.
he's like a mate. He does English wheel, the old school way.
yeah, Tadaro Fabrication, man. Yeah, if you're local, New York, New Jersey, PA, reach out to him. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. He's fucking phenomenal. Don't forget, you got the T-Top Cobra coming out this year too at Foxbody.
Yes.
Who's got that?
Chris.
Infamous.
Oh,
In Texas.
You didn't see that car?
no.
Joe, he doesn't use social media. The guy that wanted to buy you.
I do. I mean, I'm on all the Facebook groups, but I guess maybe I missed it. I don't know.
Lou, the guy that wanted to buy you Simmons wheels.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Remember I came to your house and sent pictures? Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't buy them, right?
No, I sold them before Foxtoberfest. No, I never heard back from him. So some other random guy came and bought them for a car that he bought. So
They were four lug, right? They were four lug.
four lug, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. Because I know he collects wheels and he collects old, rare.
Yeah, they came on the notch when I bought it. Yeah, that's what was on it.
That's what you took off. You changed over to the BT
5 lug.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 5 lug swapped it and did the bare brakes and all that. So.
He did all of that shit. Yeah. So a lot of cool cars coming out this year, guys, at Foxtoberfest and Motor City Foxfest, and you'll see Carl there this year, hopefully with his red coupe, no pressure.
Well, we got another car building, so
Whose car is that?
my SN.
Oh, your SN. But you're not going to have that at Foxtoberfest.
We don't know.
Your SN? Maybe a ponies next year?
No, I got my teal Cobra too, so I can always take that too.
The teal Cobra, yeah. So you'll see Carl with his badass new notch with the RS chassis.
We'll see.
You'll see Mr. Mike Jones here with the updates with his door panels and a supercharger.
Maybe a blower. Maybe
a blower. And I'll just be there in either my Saline or my Black Notch because I'm just having fun. So,
or whatever else you buy.
No, I'm done, man. I'm done.
You might be there with a red 86 notch. Who knows?
That price went up overnight, bro. I thought I had you locked in at a decent price. Fucking shit. I was like, now it's pointless. I told Tom, this price went up 30 grand since we spoke to him, man. So it's more in that War Admiral territory now, buddy.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, well, as far as the price, no, I'm just kidding. So
OCD has his privileges.
OCD. Yeah, if you do it again, it'll be a black notch, huh? It's going to be a black notch, huh?
Me? I do have a vision for a black notch, but it's very different, and I'll keep my mouth closed. So if I ever get to it one day,
so you are going to have to sell that red notch back. You're going to have to sell it to build the next
Probably
one.
Probably got to sell something. Might not be the red notch, but got to sell something.
The white Cobra.
Maybe the Porsche.
Oh.
I sent you, John.
The white Cobra I might be interested in. What?
I sent you a picture of one of the first events that Louis went to, I think before he got crazy and modded it, where my black coupe is in front of his red. We're butt to butt.
Oh,
What show where was that?
We went to a car show together.
Like when I first bought it?
When you first got the car. It was black, and if John could share it to the screen.
Where were we?
This is the GT notch.
The GT notch, and I had the black coupe.
Shit, I can't remember where we were. I mean, we definitely went to some places.
We went to an event. We were back to back to each other.
Really?
Let me get this loaded up in there because I want to, because you mentioned it and I didn't realize that you had that in there. Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
I'm curious to see it.
You didn't see it?
I mean, I may have, but it's probably something I forgot about. I'm just curious to see.
This is the black coupe that you had there, Carl. What's his name owns now?
Well, Pat had it, then Pat sold it.
He sold it to what's his face? Why am I drawing a blank?
He just bought a Coyote notch too.
Yeah. Here's your car before you changed everything, and you can see the GT notch. So you can see the GT.
85. 1.0.
Oh shit, where were we? Oh, was that at Lido Beach? No.
One of those events.
And there's your Simmons wheel. See?
Yeah. That was yeah.
nice.
I mean, it's hard for me to see because it's on my phone, but yeah, it definitely looks like it. Yeah, it still had the 5.0 emblems on it. Yeah, that was just how I bought it. Wait, that wasn't at OBI, was it?
It may have been at OBI.
Yeah, before they shut it down.
And
I think it is. Maybe
and
I can't tell what.
Black notch that looks like my black notch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a nice car, man. It's a nice car. Similar, same color.
I repainted the same color. Yeah.
Same red. Yeah. Same red.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never seen a notchback with that GT body mold.
Yeah. Yeah, it had the GT badging on it. Yeah, it was kind of different. It was pretty cool. He had those Simmons wheels on there, and then for the fog lights, I have covers on them now, but it actually has the yellow lenses instead of the clear like most of them.
That's cool. I like those Simmons wheels. If they were 5-lug, Lou, I would have bought them off you.
Yeah, I honestly thought about holding on to them and having them just like refinished really nice, and in case I ever got something else that I could put them on. But I don't know, man. I didn't want to like hoard them forever. It's not like the smallest thing in the world to keep around,
Beautiful car. Beautiful car. All right, boys. We're an hour 40 minutes in. Lou, see, I told you that wasn't going to be bad. Just like hanging out, just shit with your buddies, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Carl is.
He's gonna come over here. That's what he
does. He does it. He just leaves the screen and he usually comes back with a surprise.
He's gonna come into this screen. The teleport over here. He's teleporting.
Oh my God.
We're in the same building.
Only on YouTube. So
yeah.
I'll wait for him. There's all the badass cars in Carl's shop that he's doing work on. So.
Hey, you got their G-Wagon, GT3. Yeah.
Is that a GT3?
Yeah, we spend a lot of late nights here just doing car stuff. So
just hanging out.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl, that was fast, man. You traveled to the other town there in Long Island.
The dimension. Yeah.
That's like some Star Trek shit. Anyway, hour and 41 minutes in. This is probably our longest podcast, Lou. So you had a lot to say. So,
all right,
everybody. Well. This is Mr. Mike Jones and my famous co-host here, Mr. Carl 631 Coatings Melendez. Thank you for watching the Foxbody Den Show.
And John Coasta.
Thanks for having me on.
We're out.
That's it.
Don't leave yet.
All right.
Hold on.